Welcome, everyone. I declare the 2024 Fall Convocation of the University of Victoria duly assembled for the granting of degrees. Please be seated. I acknowledge with respect the Lekwungen, the Songhees and Esquimalt peoples, on whose territory this university is situated, and the Lekwungen and Wasanic peoples whose historical relationships with the land continue to this day. Thank you, Robert Morris and William Pierre from Sartlip First Nation, for your drumming and singing this afternoon and starting us in a good way. Thank you very much. The drumming and the songs at each of our convocation ceremonies are actually a form of protection and clear the path forward for our graduates. These celebratory, healing songs have been part of the Indigenous cultures here for many, many years. I would like to invite Councillor Anastasia Thomas of Kosapsan, Esquimalt Nation, to welcome us here today. Councillor?
Haishka, Gwenzana Tedral, Squachta, Tenuch, Squimethith, Lekwungen, Alkranuch. Thank you for coming to the traditional territories of the Lekwungen-speaking people, Songhees and Esquimalt Nation. It is such an honor to be here today to join the ceremony of our graduates and the honorary Doctor of Fine Arts today. It's such an honor to be here. Haichka.
Thank you, Councillor Thomas. President Hall, members of the governing bodies, members of faculty and staff, distinguished guests, graduating students, family members and friends from across Canada and around the world, either in person or online, on behalf of the University of Victoria, I welcome you all here today. And for those of you joining us online, come on, sit close to the screen. Do your happy dance, cheer for your loved one, maybe have a tear. It's quite all right because we can't see you. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to Councillor Mina Westhaver from the District of Saanich. Welcome and thank you for coming. This afternoon, we honor students from the faculties of Graduate Studies, Education, Science, and Social Sciences. Amongst those whose achievements we are celebrating today is Lina de Guevara, a director, writer, actor, and teacher. During the ceremony today, there will be times when a speaker may turn to address the graduates as they're speaking. Please pardon our backs while we do this, and I'm going to do that right now. Wow, look at you all. Dear graduates, it is my sincere pleasure to pass along a few thoughts to you. Okay, you don't have to take notes. There won't be a test in the usual sense, but there will be a challenge for you to consider at the end of my remarks. Today, we celebrate the countless hours you've dedicated, the challenges you've overcome, and the determination it took to get here today. It is also a day of anticipation of what is to come, and what will you now choose to do with all that you have learned? I want to offer you the words of activist and very accomplished athlete Arthur Ashe. Quote, start where you are, use what you have, do what you can, end quote. In these times when we find ourselves facing continual challenges, Ash would remind us that the path forward doesn't have to have perfect circumstances. It simply requires us to start. Right here, right now, with what we have, including, perhaps most importantly, the compassion that we can offer. It could be tempting to go on autopilot, to disengage from the complexities of this world. But this is a moment in time when we need to be fully engaged. So, start where you are. You don't need to be anywhere else. The knowledge you've gained, the skills you've developed, and the friendships you've formed, they're more than tools for a career. They're tools for change. In a world where it's easy to focus on what's wrong, what divides us, what we cannot control, starting where you are means focusing on what you can impact. It means acknowledging the world beyond the headlines. It means really seeing the person next to you, listening with empathy and respect, and having courage to allow that experience to inform you as you move forward. Next, use what you have. Each one of you are uniquely equipped by the education and the experiences that you've received here. But you'll not have all the answers ever, and that's okay. However, I have a hunch you already have a lot of answers, maybe more than you realize. Some of the greatest gifts of your time here have been the ability to engage with ideas, to challenge your assumptions, and to develop your own voice. After you walk across the stage this afternoon, use your gifts. Speak out for justice, for kindness. Use your voice to elevate others, not just to be heard. Finally, do what you can. In moments of crisis or uncertainty, it's easy to think that change requires a monumental shift. But I've learned it's often the small, intentional actions, the ones that we take in our immediate surroundings, that matter the most. One small act of kindness, one thoughtful conversation can foster connection and then change. As author Bell Hooks said, quote, "Life-transforming ideas have always come to me through relationships, through people who care about me," end quote. In a time where unity feels elusive, commit to curiosity. Seek to understand before being understood. The world needs people like you. People who are not afraid to confront difficult questions with open minds and open hearts. People who understand that being a responsible citizen means engaging with the world around you, no matter how small your corner of that world may seem. So I ask you today, what is possible where you are? Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. And above all, stay engaged, stay compassionate, stay curious. Congratulations to each and every one of you. I know you have brilliant futures ahead of you. Thank you. I now call upon the President of the University of Victoria, Dr. Kevin Hall.
Thank you, Chancellor, for your uplifting remarks to our graduating students. They're much richer for hearing your words. Thank you. I wanted to also thank Anastasia Thomas, the councillor from the Esquimalt Nations, for welcoming us to territory. It's a really important thing for us at UVic. And I wanted to start off by acknowledging with respect the passing of the Honourable Murray Sinclair. As many of you know, he was the leader of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission for this country, which is a really important piece of work. And Murray's vision for the country was based on respect, human rights, fairness, justice, equity. And he will surely be missed by all of us. And for those of you from British Columbia, we've also just lost former BC Premier John Horgan. And whether you aligned with John's politics or not, anybody that met John would always walk away thinking what an incredible, likable person he was. And so I want to recognize the multiple contributions of John Horgan to the province of British Columbia. So start off by welcoming my colleagues on the platform stage. Our students, of course, it's your day today to shine, and to all of the supporters, families, friends, people that help the students get through their journey. Today is a celebration of achievements, and despite the fact we look like we're out of the Harry Potter novels with our costumes, you can have fun today, be loud, be proud of the graduates as they go across the stage, so it's okay. In upholding our collective commitment to tradition, I wear a traditional academic robe in blue, but on top is a regalia hood that was gifted to me by Master Coast Salish artist and hereditary chief Tiskinikin, William Good and Sandra Good. The eagle on this is the messenger, carrying knowledge that imparts vision and wisdom to guide us, and the salmon symbolizes a continuous life cycle and represents enduring resilience and regeneration. These teachings from the Coast Salish peoples who have cared for these precious territories are important gifts to us all. It's a reminder of our responsibility and our connections to the land and to the sea and to the water that's around us. It's responsibilities for all of us. In particular, graduates, it's something that now forms the foundation of who you're becoming. And so I thought I would sort of tease that out a little bit. Who are you becoming? Where are you coming from? What did you do here? And where will you be going in the future? So if everybody can reach into their gowns, somewhere in there is a pen. You can pull the pen out and start writing a letter to yourself for the future. How about starting with, "Dear me, guess what? I graduated today." So congratulations on that. Somebody's actually writing a letter. That's fantastic. We'll give you a double degree, I think. The provost is here. No, it's not going to happen. Anyway, you should be really proud of what you've done today. But trace out in your mind today's you, and how did you become you as you're sitting here today? Because you've been doing much more than just getting an education when you're at the University of Victoria. You've been meeting new friends, you've been meeting people that you'll go on to work with in the future, and people who are helping you shape how you see the world, how you interact with the world, and how you will interact with each other. And then think a little bit about the journey of your education, with its ups and downs, perhaps a few late nights doing assignments, perhaps a few nights out having fun, but all the way you've had this endpoint, this beautiful vista that you're going to have now because you've come through the university and you graduated. And remember, when you're looking at this vista, not to compare it to somebody else's view, but to just be proud of what you've achieved and be proud of how you see the world as you graduated today. So the letter to you is private. It's not for social media or commercial gains, so keep it to yourself. And in doing that, that means you'll really think honestly in assessing yourself and asking yourself, what do you want to become? And I hope that's something you put real thought into over the last few years as you've been going through here. What do you want to become, and how are you going to move forward? So at the university, we always encourage you to embrace curiosity, to question information, and to adapt to change. But in doing so, ask yourself what's driving this change. Do you want to be part of the change? Do you want to be an opponent of the change? Whatever you want to do, make sure you really establish the way forward for yourself. And I thought I'd just reflect a little bit about technology, because technology is influencing all of us today. It's influencing the way you learned as you come through UVic is going to influence your workplace that you're going into. And I thought I would share from the letter I wrote to myself, just like you are up in the crowd. Yeah. I wrote it over 100 years ago when I graduated from engineering. And you know, my challenge in those days of technology was this thing that was about the size of a purse or a handbag. It was called a calculator. And calculators were banned by the universities because they were a form of cheating, and so we couldn't actually take them into examinations. And I think now you're much more savvy with technology than we were back then, and you've embraced everything from artificial intelligence through to things like new types of software, all kinds of technology. And so make sure that you use these tools to your advantage, because they're great for getting things done, they're great for accomplishing things as long as you understand the limitation with these tools. I guess the message is here, have patience, understand yourself, and understand how you're going to use technology as part of your future. So as you complete this draft letter, think of it as a promise to yourself about the impact that you might want to have on the world. It's a reminder to you to make choices and to do things in life that align with how you see yourself developing. So graduates, you have one chance now to think about who that was that helped you on your journey. Perhaps they're out here, perhaps they're online, perhaps they're thousands of miles away. But now's your chance to get up and show appreciation for them. So you can stand if you're able, you can cheer, you can hoot and holler, stamp your feet, make so much noise to thank everybody that helps you. Thank you. You can sit down again. That started off really good, and then it kind of just, tapered out. Yeah, not bad though. We top out of the 4 ceremonies so far. Yeah, thank you. So graduates, carry that letter with you as you carve your paths, and remember the best way to predict your future is to create your future. So congratulations once again to all of you, our graduates. You're now our alumni, and as you go out into the world to make change, just remember how proud we are of you at the University of Victoria, but we're also here to support you in your future endeavors. So congratulations, everybody. Thank you. Chancellor Buller, Lena de Rivera is an honorand at today's ceremony. Professor Carol Miller, an orator of the university, will present the citation.
Chancellor Buller, it is my privilege to present Lena de Rivera, teacher, mentor, and distinguished founder and artistic director of Puente Theatre, the first immigrant and refugee theatre company in British Columbia. Like Ms. de Rivera, I too am an immigrant to Canada, but the reasons for my leaving couldn't be more different. I left a peaceful city with anticipation and positivity, but such was not the experience of our honoree. Following her degree in theater at the University of Chile, Ms. de Rivera established herself as a leading actress. She says that the opportunity to study theater instilled in her a solid set of theatrical ethics and an understanding that theater was not just entertainment, but a powerful tool for social justice and change. That view of theater has been at the core of a lifetime of work. Despite thriving career, she and her family made the difficult decision to leave Chile during the 1970s coup under the dictatorship of Augusto Pinochet. After a long journey, she settled with her family in Victoria in 1976. She struggled to find employment as a professional actress due to the limited opportunities available to a woman of her cultural background. In response, She envisioned and created a theater project that engaged with material she felt important for newcomer, immigrant, and refugee communities to tell stories of their own lived experiences in ways that engaged, entertained, informed, and educated. Theater making takes time. There was a need to build relationships with the actors, the community, and herself. Knowing this, she obtained a grant to hire women from the Latin American immigrant community, all without previous theater experience, to create a play to be shared with the wider Victoria community. This kind of playmaking demands a rehearsal structure based on reciprocity, listening to and relying on participants as co-creators, being aware of what they have to offer as she worked beside them. For Lena, her intensive commitment to the immigrant and refugee community became the driving force behind her theater work. And a decade later, in 1988, Puente Theater was born, named for using the art form as a puente, a bridge between cultures. Over the following 25 years, often in partnership with the Victoria Intercultural Association, produced dozens of plays and collaborations with various Indigenous, Black, and people of color, working as artists, creative visionaries, and educators of the art form. Lena understood that we as audience members would enter the world of these plays with the feelings that lie at the heart of our shared humanity and recognize what can connect us to a broader sense of community. Lena was ahead of her time, a wonderful teacher, mentoring and creating space for many emerging Indigenous artists and artists of color through their participation at provincial and national festivals and conferences. In addition to her work with the company, she provided practical workshops on theater for conflict resolution, issues of equity, diversity, and inclusion. Ms. de Guevara has contributed to the life of our university, teaching and facilitating workshops with students and members of the faculties of law, education, humanities, fine arts, and continuing studies. She was also a highly regarded instructor of transformational theater at Royal Roads University, Camosun College, the Canadian College of the Performing Arts, and the Lester B. Pearson College of the Pacific. In 2021, Lena wrote and directed a play reading of Journey to Mapu as part of the Staging Equality Project at the Department of Theater. And in 2022, she performed in Imprint, another collaboration between the Department of Theater and the Intercultural Association of Greater Victoria. Lena's accomplishments have been recognized by Best Director and Best Actor awards at British Columbia Theatre Festivals. In 1998, she received the Ministry of Multiculturalism's Award for BC Eliminates Racism Together. And in 2002, the BC Ministry of Children and Families Award for Innovative Leadership. In 2005, the University of Toronto's Institute for Studies in Education awarded her first prize for her essay, Civic Participation Through Theater, and first prize in drama for Canadian Tango, a play she both wrote and directed. After her retirement from Puente, Lena was honored with the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal for being one of the outstanding people in the writing of Victoria. And in 2023, she was honored with a special ceremony at the Belfry Theatre to commemorate her extensive achievements and dedication to creating theater for, with, and by culturally rich and diverse communities. Ms. de Guevara has been described as a beacon of light to many. She has enriched the cultural life of our city and is recognized by our discipline, provincially, nationally, and internationally, as a significant force in the development of theater for social change. Chancellor Buehler. I have the honor to present Lina de Guevara for the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa. Thank you.
Chancellor Buehler, I now ask on behalf of the Senate of this university that you confer upon Lina de Guevara the title and degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa.
Certainly. By authority of the Senate of this university, I am delighted to confer upon you, Lina de Guevara, the title and degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa.
So, Dr. de Guevara, I now invite you to address the convocation. You can go to this.
Wow. I'm very surprised and this is really, it's really a big, big thing in my life. I'm glad that you're all here to share this with me because it's completely a surprise. I didn't know they were going to talk about, my problems or whatever. I really was thinking of, that getting what I'm going to tell you a little bit afterwards. But I really have to share with you that this is something quite special, and I'm. We women tend to cry, and I cry like anybody else. It's a wonderful emotion to feel. It's a special moment that I hope that every person can go through something like this because it is beautiful, and it's also something that we all human beings can give this, sometimes say to somebody that we know, I like what you did, it was very good, and how did you do this, or whatever, kind of conversation, friendly, that brings us together, instead of always fighting or being weird or cruel. So, thank you very much for giving me this. It was a big, big surprise, and it's very special. So I will, tell you the story of how we happened to come here. So again, I say thank you, Madam Chancellor and President Hall, and members of the University of Victoria community. And thank you, Professor Miller, for his generous description of my work and journey. It's the first time that I realized that here I had it written. This was a secret, but it was here that he was going to do a generous description of my work and my journey. But I hadn't realized that it was going to happen this way. So thank you very much. You did it very well. So, it is, for sure, it's a very, very beautiful, very generous description of my work and journey. So I will tell you a bit about my life. I consider myself now a very lucky person to have settled in Canada, especially in British Columbia, because its beautiful nature, its mountains and climate remind me so much of my favorite region, the southern Lake District of Chile. Chile is the country where I was born. To be here and to find that there is it's the same ocean and the climate is similar to the climate of the place where I lived in Chile, and that there are so many things that so many times I don't feel that I have left my country. I feel that I am in my country with all its beauties, and that I am a very lucky person to have done that. I did it at the beginning without knowing, because we came here because my husband had studies to do, and I didn't know anything about Canada, and it was all a marvelous surprise. So, in Chile, the place that if any of you goes to Chile ever, you can go to the southern Lake District of Chile, and will discover that it's very similar to this, to how we have here. They're brother and sister, both very beautiful. So I never planned to leave the country of my birth, and still I have much love and yearning for Chile in my heart. It is a very strong feeling. It doesn't go so easily. The feeling of the place where you were born. But it is important to realize that a forceful uprooting with all its consequences can happen to anyone in the middle of their normal life. And the violent and traumatic 1973 military coup that deposed Salvador Allende, the democratically elected president of Chile, was our new reality. On the day of the military coup, our Department of Theater had programmed a presentation of Anton Chekhov's play, The Bear, in one of the city schools. I had arrived early and prepared everything for the coming performance, setting out 2 boxes of costumes and props at the door. I stood there waiting for the vehicle that would take us to the school when one of the other teachers appeared and told us, there has been a military coup and the show has been canceled. But that's not possible, I said. We have a show and everything is ready. I was being loyal to my actors' principles. We had been taught at theater school that regardless of what happened, the show must go on. All of you who are doing theater know that they say that all the time. In this case, even though I wanted to follow this principle that the show must go on, it didn't. After an obligatory seclusion, I returned to work. The Faculty of Fine Arts was very quiet. In the hallway, I saw the dean of the School of Music talking with a young woman who seemed to be in shock, her voice strangled and her eyes in tears. I nodded and I passed and entered my office. A short time after, the dean opened my door and said to me, her husband was shot. He was accused of being a student leader, an insurgent. He was taken prisoner 2 days ago and shot this morning. This was the new reality in Chile. No laws, no courts, no judges, and no innocent until proven guilty. It was a reality in which my husband and I were not prepared to live. And so began our journey to seek a new home in the world. We were wanderers for a long time, living and working in Denmark, in Cuba, and in Eastern Canada, before finally settling on this blessed island of Vancouver 47 years ago. Through theater and my work with communities whose life experiences were similar to mine, I found belonging and purpose and true friends with whom to share stories and dreams. To those of you who are graduating, remember that however life may turn out, sometimes surprisingly different from your expectations, the show will always go on. But your dreams, your values, and your new learning experiences are now there for you to draw upon. The very best to you all on your journeys, and congratulations for reaching this milestone. Thank you.
Lena, thank you for those remarks. Thank you for choosing British Columbia. And most of all, we're very honored at the university to have you as one of our graduates. So congratulations.
British Columbia to accept us.
There you go. Chancellor Buller, the deans of the faculties have assured me that the candidates to be presented to you this day and those who are absent have fulfilled all the requirements for their degree. And at Senate request, you confer upon each one the degree for which they are now recommended. Will the graduates please rise if able?
By authority of the Senate of this university, I admit you to the degree to which you and those in absentia are entitled, and urge you to strive always with patience and sincerity for the instruction and sound learning of all people. Graduates, will each of you accept the degree to which you are entitled, with its inherent rights and privileges, and the responsibility and loyalty which it implies? Well done, you can be seated. Official now. They are the class of 2024.
to take about 2 minutes to get the graduates ready. They're going to be walking across the stage one by one to meet the Chancellor. And so you've got 2 minutes to take it easy. Turn to your friends beside you, meet some new people. And as a Maple Leafs fan, one of my friends once told me, in 60 seconds you can do 50 years of highlights. So.
The degrees from the Faculty of Graduate Studies will now be presented. Chancellor Buller, the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. The candidate is accompanied by their faculty supervisors or representatives. Frederick Taylor Agate. Dr. Agate explored how mindfulness relates to physical activity in healthy older adults. Although physical activity did not turn out to affect mindfulness, mindfulness was associated with better emotional awareness, steadier emotions, and aspects of thinking skills. This research helps us understand how mindfulness may influence emotional and cognitive health. Dr. Agate is accompanied by Dr. Mauricio Garcia Barrera from the Department of Psychology. Colin Simon Baker. Dr. Baker studied how history and originality are intertwined by examining the novel Joseph and His Brothers. His reading revealed how mythical thought is always present in historical experience and concluded that originality involves the risk of living without full self-mastery. This work helps educational theorists avoid assuming they have authoritative self-knowledge when interpreting historical aspects of educational processes. Dr. Baker is accompanied by Dr. Gray McDonough from the Department of Curriculum and Instruction. Robert William Bickley. Dr. Bickley studied the consequences of collisions between galaxies in the nearby universe. Galaxies that had recently experienced a merger formed more stars than non-mergers, and the black holes in the centers of post-merger galaxies were more likely to be active and growing. Dr. Bickley's research has elucidated the impact of mergers and demonstrated that they can be reliably identified with machine learning. Dr. Bickley is accompanied by Dr. Sarah Ellison from the Department of Physics and Astronomy. Maya Tracy Burhani. Dr. Burhani used autobioethnographic life writing and poetic inquiry to examine the idea of living poetically as a writer, teacher, and researcher. She explored how writing can help with self-discovery and the important role poetry plays in teaching and learning. Her research shows how poetry can be a valuable method in education, offering a new and more accessible approach to learning. Dr. Burhani is accompanied by Associate Dean Catherine McGregor from the Faculty of Education. Bowen Chen. Dr. Chen studied how a subatomic particle, the top quark, is produced and breaks down over time. His studies of the top quark provided high-precision measurements of the standard model of particle physics. These results will be used to improve simulations and reduce uncertainties in future analyses. Dr. Chen is accompanied by Dr. Robert Kowaleski from the Department of Physics and Astronomy. Jeffrey Michael de Rosenroll. Dr. de Rosenroll studied how retinal cells in the eye figure out movement direction. He found that these cells need to balance stimulation and suppression closely, both in space and in time, to be able to ignore unimportant movements. This work sets the stage for future research to focus on the rest of the brain, as this may be representative of a common strategy. Dr. de Rosenroll is accompanied by Dr. Gautam Awatramani from the Department of Medical Sciences. Alexander James Hart. Dr. Hart studied the biological effects of irradiation dose rate on fruit flies with low-energy X-rays and very high-energy electrons. He found that shorter bursts of radiation were less toxic than conventional treatments lasting longer. His work may help reduce side effects of radiotherapy while maintaining anti-cancer efficacy. Dr. Hart is accompanied by Dr. Magdalena Basilova-Carter from the Department of Physics and Astronomy. Nicole Kristen Legg. Dr. Legg studied exercise experiences for those with and without disordered eating. Those with disordered eating are more motivated to exercise to change their appearance and regulate their mood, but experience smaller improvements in their mood from exercising relative to those without disordered eating. Dr. Legg's results highlight how exercise can be helpful and harmful for those with disordered eating and inform exercise guidelines for this population. Dr. Legg is accompanied by Dr. Brianna Turner from the Department of Psychology. Eric Ma. Dr. Ma investigated individual differences in memory. Differences between individuals were pronounced when people studied and recalled word pairs, which can be explained based on the variety of memory strategies people used. These findings highlight the importance of examining how individuals differ in the ways they approach memory tasks. Dr. Ma is accompanied by Dr. Stephen Lindsay from the Department of Psychology. Emily May. Dr. May explored how bone impacts chemical element movement in animals' ecosystems. She found that bone affected element storage in animal tissue, as well as how animals release elements in wastes. This research allows future researchers to refine their predictions about how native and invasive species affect elemental cycling. Dr. May is accompanied by Dr. Rana El-Sabawi from the Department of Biology. Hannah Elizabeth Moen. Dr. Moen studied how teenagers with significant physical symptoms caused by emotional issues handle their emotions. She discovered that these teenagers manage negative feelings differently from those with anxiety. Her findings underline the need for special treatments tailored to these teens. Dr. Moen is accompanied by Dr. Ulrich Muller from the Department of Psychology. Joseph Monahan. Dr. Monahan developed an approach to measuring trace oil and gas-based contaminants, combining semi-permeable membranes coupled with mass spectrometry. This technique has been scaled up and automated, providing measurements for wide-scale surveillance of contaminants which threaten salmon populations on Vancouver Island. Dr. Monahan is accompanied by Dr. Eric Crow from the Department of Chemistry. Jose Alberto Nava Aquino. Dr. Nava studied the disruptions in tiny devices used in quantum computers called superconducting qubits. He developed theories to explain how magnetic impurities affect these devices. His research helps us understand what causes these quantum computers to lose their effectiveness over time. Dr. Nava is accompanied by Dr. Rogerio de Souza from the Department of Physics and Astronomy. Lin Yu Ling Ng. Dr. Ng investigated people's experiences with elder care in Singapore and Taiwan through the eyes of migrant care workers and citizens. She proposed a framework for understanding ageism across different cultures that has implications for elder care and immigration policy. Dr. Ng is accompanied by Dr. Feng Zhu from the Department of Political Science. Jericho O'Connell. Dr. O'Connell explored new cancer treatment options for under-resourced settings globally. He developed a prototype device designed for cheap and effective cancer treatments, which has the potential to improve access to cancer treatment. Dr. O'Connell is accompanied by Dr. Magdalena Basilova-Carter from the Department of Physics and Astronomy. Ashley Faith Francis Parker. Dr. Parker studied brain structure and function using MRI in older adults with self-reported cognitive complaints compared to healthy controls. The research findings from her dissertation contribute to advancements in earlier detection of Alzheimer's disease through the use of neuroimaging. Dr. Parker is accompanied by Dr. Jody Garluck from the Department of Psychology. Naiane Pipelon Fernandez. Dr. Pipelon Fernandez explored the development of palladium crystals for making chemical reactions more sustainable. The new catalysts she developed are better for making pharmaceuticals, particularly in the context of keeping costs low. Her work is now being used to produce new drugs for cancer treatment and LDL cholesterol reduction. Dr. Pipelon Fernandez is accompanied by Dr. David Leach from the Department of Chemistry. Julie Prudhomme. Dr. Prudhomme explains sexual minority women's mental health and well-being experiences over their first year of university. She identified different risk factors and institutional strengths associated with sexual minority women's adjustments to university. Her work highlights important avenues for fostering resilience, flourishing, and positive adjustment in first-year sexual minority women undergraduates. Dr. Prudhomme is accompanied by Dr. Brianna Turner from the Department of Psychology. Devin Richmeyer. Dr. Richmeyer explored the use of a benchtop system to count individual photons. He found that this method had significant advantages over current technologies, and as such paves the way for more accurate disease diagnosis and cancer treatment. Dr. Richmeyer is accompanied by Dr. Magdalena Basilova-Carter from the Department of Physics and Astronomy. Israporn Sethanant. Dr. Sethanant studied ground surface deformation in large earthquakes. She found that in certain tectonic settings, large earthquakes can be generated by faults hidden in the landscape. Her work improves the hazard maps that underpin earthquake preparedness, making our communities safer. Dr. Sethanant is accompanied by Dr. Edwin Nissen from the School of Earth and Ocean Sciences. Andrew Nok Kwan Sung. Dr. Sung implemented a social skills training program for youth with autism. The training program increased eye contact with peers and improved their social interactions. This work has the potential to enhance the everyday lives of people on the autism spectrum. Dr. Sung is accompanied by Dr. Jim Tanaka from the Department of Psychology. Fengzhu Tan. Dr. Tan developed methods for observing seismic events and studied recent large earthquakes worldwide. He detailed the evolution of earthquake sequences over space and time. His work provides fundamental insights into earthquake physics and related hazards. Dr. Tan is accompanied by Dr. Edwin Nissen from the School of Earth and Ocean Sciences. Marcus Andrew Vespa. Dr. Vespa studied how strands of conducting plastics self-organize into specific shapes and sizes. He also improved techniques to precisely control these nanostructures and developed new methods for such materials could lead to the creation of better electronic devices with enhanced power and efficiency. Dr. Vespa is accompanied by Dr. David Leach from the Department of Chemistry. Siyu Wang. Dr. Wang used satellite radar and techniques for dating rocks to study how the Tien Shan Mountains change over time, from immediate earthquake effects to long-term geological shifts. Her research helps us understand active fault movements, earthquake risks, and the geological development of distant continental areas. Dr. Wang is accompanied by Dr. Edwin Nissen from the School of Earth and Ocean Sciences. Chancellor Buller, the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts. Thank you. Get you right there. Peyton Jane Bergin. Alana Canatella. Alexander Evan Dauncey. Jeanette K. DeLong. Kelsey Victoria Fields. Abigail Fleck. Jacob A. Gennett. Molly Raeka Heaney Corns. Lemaya Bint al-Islam. Christina Kreutz. Keegan W. Lawrence. Nargis Mansouri. Anya O'Dwyer. Audrey Maria Popa. Alexandra Lillian Surmer. Rihanna Elizabeth Sexton. Graydon Thomas Smith. Chancellor Buller, the candidates for the degree of Master of Education. Get you right there. Aliyah Fatima. Anika Habib. Maria Margarita Nina Canapi. Erica Maria Lasrado. Samantha Cassia Margolis. Emily Catherine Maunder. Farah Nazir. Elliot Michael Graham Peacock. Philippe Provencher. Alexander George Warrington. Chancellor Buller, the candidates for the degree of Master of Science. Philippe R. Brunet. Allison Phi-Ping Chung. Emily Grace Cross. Ronan D. Meyer. Logan Teague Dixon. Sarah Margaret Ingrid Eaton. Sarah Golipur. Heather Leanne Kwan. Nathaniel Reese Lemaine. Alam E. Matthew David Bell Lewis. Jessica Yijia Lee. Seeing Ma. Rebecca Robinton Martins. Sean Daniel Morgan. Cameron Mullen. Sean Bernard Renicki. Alice X. Shen. Wonmang Wang. Carly Elizabeth Zamet. Megan Olivia Z.
The degrees from the Faculty of Education will now be presented. Chancellor Buller, the candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Addison Fowler. Chancellor Buller, the candidates for the degree of the Bachelor of Science. Braden Abbott. George Louise Piper Alroliga. Conrad W. Roche. President Hall. The diplomas and certificates from the Faculty of Education will now be awarded. The recipients for the Diploma in Indigenous Language Revitalization. Candace Lavina George. Janesta Paula Ann Lewis. Josephine Mabel Louie. Sierra Jolene Pelkey. Krista D. Perot. Shauna Tracy Seymour. Elizabeth Jean Tom. Naomi Toy. Gerald Elaine Allagine. Derek Scott Murray. The recipients of the Diploma in Indigenous Language Revitalization. Pee-wee Kemanawase Alfred. Danielle Dawson. Guacuabalas Gloria Faith Hunt.
The degrees from the Faculty of Science will now be presented. Chancellor Buller, the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours Program. Susan Zoe Pacey Beal. Jaden Davis. Brooke Hackett. Vivi Lee. Anastasia Pushkareva. Meredith Ann Vaillancourt White. Jenna Wright. Chancellor Bulle, the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science. Matthew Backen. Ella Isabel Black. Emma Ann Bolsonaro. Devon Columbus. Jianquan Dai. Sydney Dirksen. Elena Maria Dorotchik-Luton. Kayla Ezekiel Kisoon Douglas. Sophie Isabella Catherine Dugas. Riley Ferguson. Lindsay Page Fotheringham. Thomas Sem Gabera. Kaylin Golden. Hannah Heller. Denica Iris, oh my goodness, Enriquez Duimana. Sorry. Michaela Kinevi Holthuis. Navinda Kau Hundal. Maya Maria Jefferson. Maria Gemna. Shadi Kalbalazide. Alexander Kruglikowski. Ariana Mason. Brooklyn McCasey. Brianna Grace McKelvey. Rachel McFadden. Sydney McLennan. Anton Kaspar Mellinghaus. Karina Claire McRae. Lily Miao. Emma Isabel Milligan. Kimia Mizai. Ryan Thomas Moonen. Carmen Murphy. Benjamin Thomas Oki. Petra Joan Frost Pinkerton. Cole Jonathan Ramsey. Shelley Pearl Russell. Joshua Mark Ruston. Francisco Javier Saez Valderrama. Sarah Sleeman. Kylie Smith. Lotus Irene Muriel Sol is also receiving a professional specialization certificate in information communication technology. Megan Julia Thompson. Sarah Nicole Troidel. Trisel Emmanuel Vital. Shaden Janke.
The degrees from the Faculty of Social Sciences will now be presented. Chancellor Buller, the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honors Program. Harsaya Kaur Aujla. Sarah Engler. Patrick Roy Ferreira. Jerica Victoria Kritsky. Tyler Stack. Chancellor Buller, the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Parastu Ali Mohammadi. Jake Anderson. Ibrahim Arshad. Abby Arthur. Ana Beata Sotas. Klaus Kelly Bikorimana. Matthew G. Boyes. Matthew J. Kane. Caleb Campbell. Graham Brian Carpenter. Florian James Crefting Castle. Nicole Queenie Chason. Eliza J. Christensen. Peter Eric Christensen. Elias Patrick Cleaves. Christopher Guy Cornborough. Kulin Devadorj. Cove Algren Desaroma. Marin McQueen Dodds. Emma E. Dronsfield. Madison Hannah Dyke. Jinyi Gua. Jose Luis Gutierrez Albaran. Isaac James Harper. Rina Hashimoto. Karis Gilliland Hedges. Ethan Samuel Holbrook. Caleb Isaac. Erin Elizabeth Taylor Jensen. Eden Kiersey. Braden William Kells. Selena Mae Karam. Regan Kett. Ethan Stephen James Kirkman. Jeffrey Reese Kirkman. Isabella Comorochi. Samara Noella Kraus. Gabriella Kennedy Krupa Hewson. Luna Jasmine Kukuroots. Megan Jean Lalikias. Jesse W. Lang. Qing Yi Luang. Nanshuan Li. Xiyang Li. Kiefer Liu. Carter McLean. Michael Moodsley. Doreen S. Mavandat. Chido T. Mawere. Abby Taylor McGill. Olivia Ruth McKillop. Kaylee Nicole McNaughton. Kaylee Elizabeth Ann Narte. Gorman Knott. Shayna Niebergal. Sharon Isabel Nesty. Eugenia Aram Opeku. Kaylin Holbrook Ostrasser. Grace Perrin Long. Suzanne Alexa Marie E. Pinola. Sophia Olivia Peters. Buljot Puni. Benjamin William Poulis. Molly Reed. Kieran Roberts. John Peter Robotham. Simone Lynn Rutherford. Jason Anthony Schreiber. Brianna Sasha Situ. Cara Lane Ann Spilisi. Trinity Ann Stanger. Rebecca Lucy Street. Arushi Suneha. Sasha Daniel Swetman. Joshua Zev Switzer. Gavin Robert Mill Termuende. Alina Helen Tork. Alexander Nathaniel John Tuck. Aleda Dumitra Ungoriana. Ava Louise Vanderveen. Alyssa G. Verrett. Grace Summer Volding Chicano. Bailey Wallace. Cole Robert Watkins. Milo Way. Milton Shu.
Yes!
Shayu Shong. Chancellor Buller, the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science. Chioma S. Aika. Rafael Salazar Barker. Armin Barksar. Sophia Banji. Keith M. Buckley. Sarah Leanne Carson. Linnea Helfrid Gunilla Kusner. Grace Lorraine Decker. Brendan Dwyer. Gwendolyn Claire Evans, who is also receiving a second Bachelor of Science. Wow. Alan Gao. Kieran Timothy Giles. Emma Desta Gordon. Maria Guadarrama Maya. Alexandra Elizabeth Mary Illman. Rachel Grace James. Lloyd Larson. Nguyen Lan Phuong Le. Jasmine Lugis. Marina Janet Lowe. Emmeline Victoria Mills. Shraddha Nanda. Wei Jin Mark Ong. Trong Duoc Phong. Mohammed Samara Samir Rantisi. Holly May Reist Milward. Kurosh Shamshiri. Andrew James Smart. Zoe Sinead C. Solway. Kaylin Alicia Veldkamp. Aditya Prasad Venkatraman. Ewan Weber. Yi Yang. Kayla Ezekiel Kasoon Douglas.
Well, congratulations again to all of you. Now, to offer congratulations from the Alumni Association, I'd like to introduce Elisa Manenkill.
Hello, everyone. It's a privilege to play a small part in today's ceremony, honoring the huge accomplishments of everyone who crossed the stage today. As an alumna and current graduate student, I know firsthand the amount of hard work and support that went into each of the degrees that were conferred today. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the graduates behind me, so please pardon my back as I take a moment to do so. To the class of 2024, on behalf of the UVic Alumni Association, I am proud to welcome you as the newest graduates of our vibrant, ever-changing university. Today you cross that stage with your classmates and supporters cheering you on. While I know you enjoyed fun times and laughter with friends, there were also long hours as you overcame challenges and grew as a student and as a person. Now you begin a new journey as a part of our worldwide network of UVic alumni. Stay in touch with us. We are here to share your successes and keep you up to date on the campus you know and love. To keep you connected to your colleagues and friends, to help you build your career and offer you engaging events and enriching educational opportunities. We hope you go forward today feeling proud of all you accomplish. You joined a community of more than 150,000 alumni doing exceptional things and working together to make the world a better place. Congratulations on your graduation. We can't wait to hear what you do next.
Ms. Manenkill. Graduates, it's been a great pleasure to celebrate your accomplishments with you and your supporters today. You are now members of this convocation, and through its Senate and board, you now have a voice in the direction and the development of this university. As a university graduate, you are now in a position of privilege. Use your hard-won knowledge and skills for good, for your community, and for the betterment of humanity at large. We're proud of you just as your family and friends are, and we know you have a wonderful future ahead of you. If you remember only one thing from today, remember this: be a good ancestor. Well, we're coming to a close. I would like to, at this time, express my appreciation and my sincere thanks to all of the volunteers, staff, and faculty who have made today's celebration a success, and a special shout out to our student musicians who set a beautiful sound stage for our celebration this afternoon. So thank you all. And thank you for being such a wonderful audience this afternoon. I'm not supposed to show favorites, but you're the liveliest this time. So thank you. We're coming to a close. Olivia Charette from our School of Music is going to lead us in the singing of O Canada. Then the academic procession, all of us, will leave the stage. I'm going to ask you now to stand if you can, and join me in one last congratulations, and please remain standing until we've all left the auditorium. So one last time for the class of 2023.